Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. This is Monkey Business, and in this episode, we're gonna go over the beta of the new guild update. Now, this won't be the only one, I believe. I'm not sure. I'll go over it during in the video to explain new guild boss, a big new guild update. I'll show you. Let's go ahead to the first section. Welcome back. So first, let's read the 3.40 update. New guild bosses. Yes, bosses have arrived, appearing in rotating cycles. Each cycle features a specific faction group requirement with matching rewards tied to that same faction group. Introducing the Sundering set, a new accessory set obtained only through the Apocalypse Riders battles. Go ahead, go down. Guild shop. I don't gotta read all this. Honestly, it's a guild shop. If you play other games, it's a guild shop. I'll show you in a moment. And then for any, we also have the November balance update, which if you've seen it on the Discord, just a balance update as normal. Alright, let's get to the juicy stuff. That's what I want to get into. I fought the boss already. Now, when they say rotating, as in this is the Forsaken boss. His name is, I'm so horrible with names, that's his name. And specifically, they're attacking a certain faction. This is the new accessory item, Sundering set. Set bonus grants plus 50% chance to destroy one shield before attacking, and plus 5% enemy shield damage mitigation reduction. This would be good for all those shield heroes we've been dealing with. And same thing as the regular boss: easy, normal, hard, brutal, nightmare, ultra nightmare. The only difference is their HP are a little bit different, and their levels. This is 250, 180, 150. 300, 210, 180. So different levels. I believe this is part of their new boss in the series. I think the boards are also similar in a way. So that's a fun thing. And as you can see, just like the accessory dungeon, you will have the 3 icons here as well to show you which boss you're gonna fight, and it'll say the name here. Now, how does the boss reset work? The boss reset is every week. So it's not every day. Is every week. I know this says 22 hours, but earlier it said a day and 6 hours. If you look up here, even though this says 4 hours and 47 minutes, these actually reset in 12 hours each. So you get 2 keys a day, and you can probably hit nightmare, hit these about 14 times. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So you can probably do 12 if you really wanted to, and have 2 more for any extra damage you can get done. Now, what's so good about this is once you defeat them and you get your reward, this is how the new artifact is going to look. You also get eggs and you get guild coins, which I'll get there in a second. Now, one beautiful thing about this is the guild coins and the eggs are guaranteed every week. That's so awesome in my eyes. That's so awesome. Now, chests will drop 7 of the following random items. Now, I don't know if it just means like maybe 4 or 5 of these, or two of these, 4 of these. We'll have to see, and we'll see tomorrow. Guild coins, and every time you go up in difficulty, you get more guild coins, more accessories, of course eggs, same probability. Ultra nightmare, very, very similar. Wow, I didn't realize that. 2 to 4 eggs, that's nice. 630 to 770 coins. And then you get guaranteed 2 to 4 hammer, 5 to 6. This is my favorite part, probably because you're guaranteed for it to be a hammered item. So it's a very big possibility you're going to get at least 1 or 2 4s. 6s. Well, at least 2 hammers. Well, hold on. This says 0 to 2. Huh? Hold on. I'm going to screenshot this for them. Let me check something real quick. Cause we have the hard bosses, right? So let me check theirs. Let's see. Cause they only drop 2 to 4. Yeah, they drop 2 to 4. So they're gonna need to fix that, which I'm gonna personally have them update. Well, not personally, but I'm just gonna report it. I'm gonna have that reported. Make sure they fix that. Cause what I don't want to happen is that I get a 1-star and I'm supposed to get a 2-star. You know what I'm saying? So that does make sense. But yeah, so probabilities again. Guild coin, dragon eggs. I really love the way they're giving more dragon eggs out, cause that was annoying. So that's cool. I like it. So let's talk about the guild boss and his abilities. I'm gonna start with the Ultra Nightmare boss, just so you guys can see what you're getting yourselves into. Yo, I didn't know he was an archer. Nice. Arrow of Penitence. I'm gonna say Penitence. Deals estimated damage to the target and enemies within one tile. If the targets have any debuffs, the attack ignores shields. Honestly, just don't bring shields. That's it, just don't bring shields. Conquering Despair, range skill. Hits an enemy 2 times, dealing X amount of damage with each hit. Sets paralyzed debuff on those enemies that have at least one debuff for one turn. That's gonna be a problem. Bent on Conquering. Deals X amount of damage to all enemies. Poison debuff on enemies is replaced with Intoxicated debuff for 2 turns. Bleeding debuff on enemies is replaced with Hemorrhage debuff for 2 turns. Got something more worse than bleeding now. Reduced healing debuff on enemies is replaced with block healing for 2 turns. Turn start has 20% chance to set poison debuff and 20% chance to set bleeding debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. Has 30% chance to set reduced healing debuff on all skeleton factions enemies for 1 turn. Why skeletons only? Do you hate skeletons? They're targeting people. Let's go over his or her passive. Penitence being 99.7% damage received by debuffs such as burn, can't be moved by others, can't be resurrected, 25% damage received by attacks from non-adjacent positions, and 150% damage received by melee attacks. Now, of course, immunity. I did not read this all the way last time. 25% damage received by attacks from non-adjacent enemies. That's nice. Okay. Turn in, gain 6% attack damage from turn 5 onwards, gain 12. From turn 10 onwards, gain 20% and 20% attack instead, and 20% pierce. Oof. So yeah, basically get around 10, get your damage in. Receive plus percent 25% damage from any source while with burn debuff. So 2 things I'm realizing here: don't bring shields, bring somebody that can remove debuffs, and you want to bring someone that can do burn. That's what I'm getting from this. So no shields, bring some burn, and bring a debuff cleanse, which I don't think will be that hard. Maybe for the debuff cleanse. Let's go over the heroes that I used myself. This is a team I came up with. Now it's not nothing good looking at all. I just got Sport Champ. If you didn't get him, he is meant for any reduced healing or block healing enemy, because he can definitely remove that and turn that into a regen for you. So that's kind of cool. And he does add 1 shield. What's his chance to increase all duration buffs on those allied by 1 turn. So this is good for him. That's why I brought him in to get that free regen. I didn't know about the duration increases just now. I also brought in Black Tongue because he is good with people that does reduce healing, and with that he can reset their cooldowns, which is very good. Now I brought Bedard because, well, for one, he can revive and he can give weapon burning, which you can use that to burn the enemy. Then once you burn them, then they can get increased damage. Wave start says, okay, cool. Oh, I didn't know that. So sometimes we forgetting. I didn't do his talents. Wait. Whoa, I just realized I didn't do his talents. I think I just put gear on him and put him inside the boss battle just to see how well it can do on auto. I brought Timber Mob because I wanted another healer that can heal the surrounding allies. And since he got a 2 range, he can heal everybody within a 2 range radius of his HP, which is right here. Turn start heals Timber Mob and all adjacent allies within 2 tiles by 15% of Timber Mob's max HP, which is very good because he is a tank. Now I brought these 2 because one, Tezpez is just a very good slayer and he does massive damage, and I brought Lord of Bones, which you can get him from the Mystery Island if you keep playing it. Now one thing I realized with my team, I have a very end-game rare team because he's only a temporary unless you get him when the event was up. That's a legendary, legendary Mystery Island, and that's Tezpez because he's just like him, rare. So I will be making smaller teams for these. Not right now because the reset is almost up for this time. So me and my only 2-3 guildies right now are trying to push this up as far as we can. So that's the new guild boss, and that's the new drops and a new artifact. Now let's go over the fun part, the shop. Now this is just like any other guild shop. You got your daily deals, and these will refresh every day. Now I don't know if every single one of these will refresh into different gear. Maybe they'll show some tokens, maybe they'll show some hero shards, you never know. I don't know. Hopefully, I'm hoping that the legendary teeth stays and the red dragon food stays or is in a good rotation. But to confirm, you do get some artifact set pieces from here, and you can also get some from heroes that's not for this boss. So you got one for Orange Reach, you got one for Amazon, and one for Paladin, which is not part of this boss rotation currently. So that's awesome. You can also guarantee an egg, which in my opinion is kind of awesome because it's already hard enough to get eggs. So that is kind of nice that you can now get them. Now I do like how you can get some energy from here. I don't know if I use it, but it's not bad. What I'm gonna save up for is the teeth. This is what you're really going for right here, to be real with you. Now the guild coins pack. Now I know some games got those daily share packs where you can share with yourself and your guild mates. Now I know for my guild I'm going to do this for the one time when it first comes out of beta, just so that we can get a good start on the guild coins and all this fun stuff we can get involved in. I wonder if they're gonna have like the blood sun artifact here, or an artifact you just can't normally grind for. That'd be kind of cool if they introduce these here for a good guild shop. But yeah, this is the guild update. Now I don't know if they will have another one. The reason I'm saying that is because how they're telling us there'll be a different boss for each faction we go against, or a group of faction. So he is specifically for these Forsaken faction. So on the next boss rotation, which is tomorrow, in 24 hours give or take, at 2 p.m. for me tomorrow, then we should have a different boss here going against a different faction with some different set of rules. Now one thing I do hope is that once they come back in rotation, I hope they are still unlocked. I hope we ain't gotta grind them back down again. That would be very annoying. But this is the guild boss update. I don't know if they have anything else they're gonna add to the shop or anything besides the new boxes in the shop rotation. But I do hope they add new heroes or something along those lines where you can only buy from guild shop. That'd be kind of cool. But hey, give me your opinion. How do you feel? Do you think it's a good update? Do you think it'll be a bummer? I know on the next video I do, I will probably showcase a battle, and then after all 4 of the bosses has been rotated in, and then once they come back, that's probably when I start doing guides once I understand how to fight them. Probably during the time they're here for the whole week, just in case. Now, not only that, I almost forgot. If you fight the Venom boss every day, you also get points. And guess what? It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. Now, just know Venom will still reset every day, so you will only get 45 to 55 for the Ultra Nightmare every day. And then this will reset every week. That's why you see this say 220 instead of 40. So remember that these chests will reset every week. So on that note, you guys have a great day. Thank you for coming by. Like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And see you in the next video.